set in stone. The economy is strong and getting stronger. The path back to budget surplus is solid. The Territory is in safe hands. And that's given me plenty of comfort as I came to a difficult decision in recent days. It's no secret that the last few years have been intense. It's taken a lot out of me, like it has for plenty of us. Add to that a heart attack and a couple of kids. And it has caused me to reflect a lot over the past few weeks while preparing for this budget. I've always given 100% to this job. Anything less is shortchanging the people who sent me here. I can no longer look Territorians in the eye and say I can keep giving 100% every day. And if I can't do that, then I shouldn't be in the chair. I don't need a second near-death experience to know that life is unpredictable and can be cut short. One of those was more than enough. And when I held Nash for the first time, that was it. Game over. I knew straight away that I was done. I'm not going to stay in the job longer than I need just for the cheque or the ego. 46 is young for a Polly, but it is pretty old for a father of a newborn and a toddler. And that's who I want to spend more of my time with now for as long as I can. So after I take your questions, I will go down to the Convention Centre for my final engagement as Chief Minister, and then I'll return to paternity leave for a few weeks. Nicole will continue to serve as Acting Chief Minister, as she has done with distinction plenty of times in the past. I let her know my thinking late last week so she could be prepared to continue as Acting Chief. She's been the boss the last few weeks. She'll keep being the boss this week. And our caucus will meet on Friday morning to determine a new leader. If there is consensus in the room, and I hope there will be, we can have a new chief on Friday. If there is a ballot, then that's fine too. That'll take a month or so, and of course Nicole can continue acting chief for as long as needed. But as I said, I hope that as a team we can agree on a new chief on Friday. When I return from leave, I will continue to serve as the member for Fannie Bay and a loyal member of the government on the backbench. Being Chief Minister gives you plenty of time, but it also takes a lot. It takes a lot from the people who love you and work with you, so please bear with me while I give some thanks in the little time I have left. I met with the Cabinet and the caucus this morning to advise them of my decision. I have been very fortunate to lead a strong, stable and united team. We have returned stability to Territory Government. No midnight coups, no weekly reshuffles, no waking up to wonder who's running the show. My Cabinet and caucus colleagues don't put themselves ahead of the team or ahead of Territorians, and I think more than anything else, that has made the difference. I know that won't change this week or in the following weeks. I am grateful for all of them, and I look forward to continuing as a member of this team in a different capacity. I do want to make special mention of two colleagues. Mano, you're an absolute legend. The best wing woman a chief could hope for. Nicole, you've been the deputy of my dreams. Smart, loyal, tough, honest. Thank you so much for everything you have done for me and for our government, and everything you will keep doing, especially if you put up your hand for the top job. That's your decision, no pressure. And Tash, Australia's best health minister. I don't know what's better. See how much fun she has on the floor of Parliament, or seeing how much the other side hates it. I can't count the times I've got on the phone to either of these two with the same problem that's popped up, and the response is, I'm onto it, consider it done. I know the next government, whoever leads it, will be in safe hands because Mano and Tash will have leading roles in it. Speaking of people who have to keep working, the fifth floor. I can't thank all of my staff individually, but you're all champions. My office, led by Emily Beresford-Kane, and all of our ministerial and electorate staff. Staffers bring sense to our nonsense, order to our chaos. If you think politicians look bad sometimes, trust me, we could look a lot worse. To everyone on the fifth floor, thanks for everything you have done while I've been in the job. My government has been very well served by dedicated and diligent public servants. I thank all of them. I thank the big boss, Jodie Ryan, a valued advisor who's become a dear friend. Thank you, Jodie. I have a wonderful, supportive and enormous family, an extended family spread across the Territory and the country. It's been very hard to keep this from them. When I asked the mum the other day if she would come to Parliament to watch my budget speech, I honestly thought she'd get a bit sus. Why would she want to come and watch me give another boring speech? But mums don't question. They just support you and love you. I learn a lot from mum. About working hard. About never giving up. How to be a good parent. A lot more. We did it tough growing up. Mum never complained. She just worked and worked and worked and worked. Did whatever it took to put her family first. Mum, even in our toughest times, always knew it would be fine because we had you. I learned a lot from Mum. More than anything, I learned the power of love because I know from my own experiences, even when there isn't much else, a mother's love can take you a long, long way. Finally, Cobb. I don't know how I'm going to get through this part, but I'll give it a crack. If you have seen my wife, Christy O'Brien, on one of her shows on the telly, she is as she appears. Big-hearted, open-minded, kind, curious, confident. She's also really, really tough and fierce. I've never seen anyone work harder than she does, bond better with people than she does, think clearer than she does, or cook Anzac biscuits like she does. I learn from her every day, and I love her more every morning I wake up and see her. She's been walking in my shadow long enough. I cannot wait to walk in hers, to support her like she has supported me. It has been a privilege to serve as your Chief Minister, one of the honours of my life. I'm the first Territory-born Chief. As I said in the House, I was born here, I've worked to start a family here, I will die happy here. I love the Territory. It's a place of potential and possibility for all of us. It doesn't matter who you are, you can have a crack and make something of yourself. And I think my own story shows that. A kid who grew up in public housing in Alison Tennant, who stacked shelves to get himself through uni, can serve the Territory as its Chief Minister. Thank you for giving me a go.